About 2 years ago, my fiancée moved into my place, and we were set to be married in fall 2025. It all started when I heard her on a video call with her maid of honor, who's also her best friend. I heard her friend telling her to do a wedding-themed series on her OnlyFans. I was just passing by and I just froze. My fiancé shushed the friend and hissed at her to keep her trap shut. That night, after she went to bed, I unlocked her work laptop and found her account. After taking a quick look, I realized there was nothing special between me and her after all. That everything I thought was special was enjoyed by thousands more men, and she was earning pennies for exposing all that. I got her up and confronted her about it. She broke down and admitted that it had been going on for the past 6 months. She said she wanted to ease the financial burden of our wedding. She said she deserved to have her dream wedding that I've said I can't afford for her. I was absolutely livid at her for betraying my trust for such a long time while living under my roof. Long story short, I kicked her out to her parents' place the following morning. I told her she had until the end of the week to pack all her shit and take it to her parents' place, or I'd be calling the police. Now her parents and family are mad at me. They call me an impulsive fool for ending a 5-year-old relationship over something so trivial. They say I've humiliated my now ex and their whole family by canceling the wedding and telling everybody the real reason. But to me, what she did is nothing trivial. How could she choose to show her entire body and do all kinds of intimate things in front of so many men? That makes her a sex worker. I'm not marrying a sex worker, and I made it clear to her and her family. My now ex-fiancé wants to work things out. I think she's worried that she'd not be in her parents' good graces for very long. She'll have nowhere to go. But I honestly don't give a shit. I'm utterly humiliated and want this whole thing to die down. Now for some comments. Have you even made an effort to discuss the situation with her to understand her perspective fully before kicking her out? Regardless, I believe you're the asshole, and here's my reasoning. She's been living with you for 2 years. It's unreasonable to expect someone to vacate their home so abruptly. Plus, in most places, it's against the law to evict someone without proper notice. I get your need for her to move out, but the way you approached it was unacceptable to me. You really are insecure, aren't you? It's all about the income. There's no real connection with her subscribers. Why not take full advantage of it? You could have joined on her content creation as well. To just kick her out seems cold and shows you have way too much control. Why won't even listen to her for a second? Like what? People mess up all the time. Are you someone who's never made a mistake? You're a jerk. I hope you end up all alone and miserable. Story 2. I will keep this post as short as possible, but do feel the need to be thorough, so please read it completely before giving advice. My wife and I married after finishing college at 22 and have 2 daughters who are 13 and 12. We have a great relationship throughout our 14-year marriage, 16-year relationship, and both love each other. To be completely honest, both February and March were months in which I perhaps neglected her due to work and other stuff. During this duration, she ended up sleeping with one of her coworkers once about a month ago and immediately regretted it. I am also certain that she slept with him only that one time because I have corroborated it with others and seen other evidence that suggests she's telling the complete truth. She told me about it the next day, and it felt like I had literally been punched in the gut. Either that or someone had quite literally ripped my heart out. At first, I stared at her in complete shock, but proceeded to bash her with every single unspeakable insult afterwards. I never once thought that I would direct such words towards her, and I honestly don't remember half of the things I said. She broke down and apologized multiple times. Before you ask, to me, her apologies were very sincere, and she was definitely remorseful of her actions. I could see that in her eyes, and her actions since then. I told her about a week after her confession that I will file for divorce, after this whole quarantine thing is finished. She cried but didn't say anything and left for the bathroom. She has asked for my forgiveness, but has said that she understands if I can't. She also said she's willing to do anything to make our marriage work and fix what she has done. Additionally, she even said that in the case I end up deciding to follow through with the divorce, she would waive any unfair settlement she would get from the divorce settlement as she doesn't deserve it. Her belief is that we should split our wealth fairly so I wouldn't be put in a bad situation because of the divorce settlement. This would happen as I am in a much better situation financially than her. Through all of this, I am certain that she is honestly remorseful and would like to fix our marriage, but I feel like I still want to go through with the divorce. Both my parents and her parents have talked to me, and while they condemn her actions, they still encourage us working things out. Then again, I've never been one to listen to advice, and life has turned out pretty good for me so far, apart from this stupid incident. My wife has slept on the couch for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I generally don't talk to her at all, apart from discussing things about the girls or about our future. The communication is almost non-existent on my part, even though she has kept trying for weeks now. I still haven't forgiven her, and I have trouble forgiving her. It isn't necessarily an issue of trust, although that has been damaged severely, but rather I feel like I can't get over the act of betrayal itself. I'm so conflicted with my emotions, even after the past few weeks of finding out, and am no closer to an answer than before. I've contemplated my next act for close to a month, and I still have no idea what to do. It is clear to me that she is genuinely apologetic about her actions, and this was truly out of character. She has since then put in a lot of effort into our relationship, even though she knows it could potentially be for a lost cause, as I haven't reciprocated that type of effort whatsoever over the last few weeks. I just don't think I can get over the act of betrayal. And then there's my kids, who will ultimately be negatively impacted if I went through with the divorce. I have to confess, sometimes I feel like going through with the divorce just to stick it to her, because I know she'd be hurt if I went through with it. I know that it sounds cruel and mean, but that's just the type of anger and resentment I have towards her. She has told me that while she's willing to do anything to save the marriage, she will ultimately respect my decision. I honestly don't know what to do, as on one side of the issue, I see the anger, resentment, and act of betrayal on my wife's part after 14 years of marriage. On the other hand, I see my kids, the love we've had over the 16 years of our relationship, this being something completely out of character, and my wife being genuinely sorry while trying everything and more to fix what she's broken. So here I am resorting to Reddit to figure out something I haven't been able to for weeks. Update. First of all, I'd like to start by thanking everyone for their support and help during this terrible time. At first, I posted on this just for advice, but I was immediately given support and love from all of you. I received heartfelt messages that meant more to me than you'll ever know. I thank each and every one of you for your kind words. For that, I will always be grateful to you all. As I stated in the title, I have decided to go through with the divorce after waiting for 2 months. Throughout this time, my wife continued to respect my space and privacy and honestly did everything right after the incident. Within the past month, I really tried to give us a chance. I began talking to her again, and we got closer than before, where I refused to even speak to her. We even slept in the same bed again, and no, nothing ever happened. Things did progress, but in the end, I just couldn't imagine ever being intimate with her again. I just couldn't. I remember her distinctly trying to start something about 2 weeks ago in bed, but I just felt bad and told her to stop. She backed off and just said she understands and that she's sorry. After that, she never tried to initiate anything out of respect, but told me that if I ever wanted to try, that she would be more than willing to, and would take it slow if that's what I wanted. When things got a lot better, we became friendly, and I thought there might be a chance, but I just couldn't. I don't know why, but I just can't seem to be able to get over the act of her betraying me. When I told her that I wanted to go through with the divorce, she immediately started tearing up, but told me that she respected my decision if this is what I felt I need to do. She is still willing to go through with the favorable divorce she offered before. I decided that I need to get away from the house, and so I've been packing up my stuff. She offered to leave at first, but I just felt like I need a bit of a break to figure stuff out for myself. She even helped me pack up, and when everything was packed, tears started streaming down her face. She excused herself and proceeded to break down completely in another room. I'm not gonna lie, I broke down as well after truly realizing, perhaps for the first time, that this was the end of my 16-year relationship with the woman whom I thought I would spend the rest of my life with. We hugged each other after, and it felt good to hold her in that way again. probably for the last time. So we're going through an amicable divorce, and all I can say is that I thank you all for your advice. Considering that she did everything right after cheating only that one time, many people might have forgiven her and tried to move on, but I feel like this is something I need to do for me. I wish I could get over it, and for a while I thought there might be a chance. I truly tried in the best way I could, but in the end I realized that it would never be like it once was. I feel like I need to explore what's out there. And no, by that I don't mean just playing the field or even dating. I need to explore the world and figure myself out. Just time for myself. Who knows, maybe I'll even get more skilled at my hobbies and discover new things. I don't know if this is the right decision, but I need to do this for me as it feels right. After my trip, we're going to begin sharing time with the girls even through the divorce process. It's something we both agreed on between ourselves since we know that we're good parents and both love the girls dearly. My wife said that after our time apart, she hopes that I will want to start something again if I want to. I don't know if that's something I'd want to, but after all your words and the additional time, the anger has definitely subsided. I still hate what she did, but now I no longer regret the 16 years I spent with her. If anything, I cherish the time we spent together, and the best thing to come out of it is our two wonderful girls. I don't know what the rest of my life has in store, but I feel nervous and excited to find out. You're certainly making the most of a difficult situation, and taking the moment to think about your life and your desires is an excellent way to start your recovery journey. Take your divorce as an opportunity to prioritize what truly matters in your life. Get back into dating and to enjoying new experiences while also valuing the people closest to you. This could be the silver lining. If you're willing to meet new people and try new things, you never know what exciting adventures await you. I wish you all the best and truly hope you find joy once again.